invite you to pray with me. Most holy God, we praise you for bringing us to this day on which we celebrate the accomplishments of these graduating students. We are filled with joy, for you have provided so generously for us. We stand in awe at the work of your hands, knowing that in our weakness we find your strength, and in the storms of life you bring peace. Thank you for the opportunity to learn optometry and to care for the precious sense of vision. Thank you for the love and support of family and friends during this long journey toward graduation. Thank you for the example and wisdom of the faculty who have taught these students. Thank you for the efforts of those who lead the Illinois College of Optometry in its mission to educate students and care for patients. We humbly ask your blessing on this gathering and on our celebrations. May you enable each graduate to realize the plans and promises you have for them, and give them a sense of your presence with them on their journey through life. We pray in your holy name. Amen. Please be seated.
Good morning, and welcome to the 167th Commencement Convocation of the Illinois College of Optometry. I'm Errol Logsberger. Our distinguished Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff are pleased to have you here today to help us celebrate and honor this milestone in the lives of the class of 2010. Indeed, it is the encouragement and the support of family and friends which makes these events so impactful. We have gathered here today in this beautiful chapel to individually recognize the graduates of the Doctor of Optometry degree program, to honor those that have exceeded our high expectations that we have for all of our graduates, to share with you the fellowship of our faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. To add to the fellowship, which makes these events so special, I'd like to recognize several distinguished individuals who are instrumental in making the College of Optometry such a vibrant institution, and also the profession of optometry such a noble career. I ask that each of these dignitaries in the audience stand as I call your name, and also that the audience refrain from your welcoming applause until all have been formally introduced. Dr. Dennis Bertha, President, Illinois Optometric Association and Illinois College of Optometry class of 1984. Mr. Michael Horstman, Executive Director, Illinois Optometric Association. Mr. Stephen Anderson, representative of our Community Advisory Board. Please welcome these special guests. The heart of any fine institution's program is its faculty. ICO's faculty brings collective strength to provide creative teaching, service, and scholarly activity. I am proud that ICO has such a long and rich history of excellence in its faculty. Faculty members, please rise and be recognized as we applaud you for your outstanding contributions. Faculty is the heart of the institution. The alumni who distinguish themselves in their practices and in their careers are the soul. Today we are pleased to have representatives of ICO's Alumni Council with us, and I ask that they stand and receive our appreciation. The commitment and expertise of the Illinois College of Optometry Board of Trustees is evident through their attention and oversight of the college's growth and development. I'm pleased to have them in attendance today, and I ask that they all stand and be recognized for their service to this great institution. you all for making this 167th commencement an occasion to remember as we honor all of our degree recipients today. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the chairman of the Illinois College of Optometry Board of Trustees, Dr. Richard S. Katuth. Dr. Katuth.
Years ago, I addressed your class. It was a privilege to address your class during orientation. Now it's an honor to congratulate you. On behalf of the ICO Board of Trustees, I would like to offer congratulations to the class of 2010 and welcome to your families, friends, guests that are here to witness this milestone in your professional careers. While your academic and clinical work at ICO are now complete, I hope that you will always hold dear your time spent here, that you also realize the impact this wonderful institution had on your ultimate success in our beloved profession. It is now up to each of you to carry the rich tradition of those that have walked before you. I also urge you to remember that it will be incumbent upon each of you to give back to ICO so that others may follow your path. Congratulations. Another honor is being given today, the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. To receive this distinguished award, the following criteria must be met. Be involved in local, state, or national organizations or causes which help ICO and optometry. Be active in his own profession. Be involved in community service. Be supportive of optometric education. Be an outstanding contributor to the visual welfare of the public. The recipient of this award meets all of the criteria and is unanimously approved by the Board of Trustees of the Illinois College of Optometry.
Thank you, Dr. Katuth. I'd like to ask the candidate for the honorary degree to please stand. The Honorable Kwame Raoul has been recommended by the Board of Trustees for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Early in his life, Senator Raoul developed an understanding of healthcare and an affection for people of the South Side of Chicago by seeing firsthand the impact of a doctor's work. That doctor happened to be his father, who was a physician to the South Side communities for more than 30 years. While Senator Raoul followed a different path than his father, he has championed many health initiatives and has been a strong advocate for optometry and patient access to care. For example, he was the chief sponsor of our legislation which allowed optometrists in Illinois to use oral medications to treat patients with eye disease. Senator Raoul pushed through the bill through the Senate, and he worked with the leaders in the House of Representatives to see the bill into law. This was a notable improvement in access to quality eye care for Illinois residents. Senator Raoul has also supported the college's efforts to expand grant funding so the Illinois Eye Institute could provide eye and vision care to more of the underserved populations of Chicago. He has successfully advanced legislation that mandates comprehensive eye examinations for children entering into school in Illinois. Senator Raoul has been involved in moving legislation forward that promotes civil justice, early childhood education, economic development, domestic violence prevention, and political reform. Senator Raoul is very active in the global community and has been recognized as a humanitarian through his involvement in numerous not-for-profit organizations, both locally and internationally. From volunteering at pro bono legal clinics in his district to serving on the board of directors of the International Child Care USA, which helps operate Grace Children's Hospital and more than 100 health clinics in Haiti, he models community involvement. I can tell you with great personal confidence that this year's recipient is qualified to have bestowed upon him the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Based on the recommendation of the Board of Trustees of the Illinois College of Optometry and by the power vested in me by the state of Illinois, I proclaim the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters upon Senator Kwame Raoul. Congratulations, Senator Raoul. Over the years, the Illinois College of Optometry has had some exciting commencement speakers. We always work hard to find someone we greatly admire and someone with the insight to bring the students the words of inspiration that as they make this transition. A special moment such as this deserves a special person to mark it. Please join me in welcoming ICO's 167th commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Kwame Raoul.
President Augsburger, Board of Trustees, alumni, friends, parents, and family, and most of all, you graduates. It's with great honor and pleasure I address you today. I asked my wife, in preparing for today, who owns and operates an image communications firm, what kind of remarks would be appropriate for a commencement speech given at a College of Optometry? She said, honey, I said, uh-oh, because you know what usually follows honey. Anyway, she says, honey, it is critically important that you do not try to sound eloquent, intellectual, sophisticated, and charming. Just be yourself. Well, it's good that she gave me the green light to be myself, but not so good that she doesn't think that's consistent with being eloquent, intellectual, sophisticated, and charming. But it is indeed a good thing, because while I'm not known for being an eloquent speaker, like my predecessor, I'm known for being myself and telling it like it is, which means telling the truth, even when it's unpopular. I've been known for making true but politically unpopular statements that fly in the face of the politics of self-preservation. While much of it is done as a result of spontaneity, I seldom regret allowing my spoken word follow my emotions. Speaking unfettered truth is, in the long run, a good thing, because no man has long enough memory to make himself a successful liar. It was a little over 5.5 years ago that I replaced the tall, skinny, South Side Chicago lawyer as Illinois State Senator of the 13th District. 5.5 years, and now he's President of the United States of America. Arguably the most powerful man in the world today. 5.5 years away from being a member of two of the most frequently ridiculed professions, a lawyer and an Illinois politician. Anything is possible, graduates. People tell me I have big shoes to fill, but I enjoy letting them know that I love and respect our Commander-in-Chief too much to have him walking around DC barefooted. So I'm relegated to wearing the same shoes that brought me to the table in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not Barack Obama. Sorry to disappoint you. Over the next few minutes, you will not hear a Barack Obama speech. I'm not going to sound, as my wife instructed me not to, eloquent, intellectual, sophisticated, or charming, but I will be myself and I'll tell you the truth about the opportunity and responsibility you have now that you're crossing this threshold. First off, let's connect you and I for a second. There's a biblical passage in the King James Version that on its face sounds like it's talking about you and I. Let me read it to you. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Now for the record, appropriate interpretation would not have this specifically referring to optometrists and legislators, but I couldn't resist. I'm not going to preach to you today, and I'm not going to interpret or apply that passage because I'm not qualified. But I do want to talk to you about something else that connects us, and that is service. Service. Often referred to as a rent we pay for our time on this earth. Graduates, although I am not an optometrist, I do believe that we are in the same business, and that's the service business. You and I have both been blessed with talents, knowledge, and refined skills that allow us and will allow us to provide adequately, if not handsomely, for ourselves and our families. But it does not stop there. Yes, believe it or not, you will be able to repay those student loans, and you will be able to purchase that dream home. While you are capable of paying for education in your home, you still have to pay that rent for being blessed with your time on earth. I truly believe the greater your talent, the greater your obligation to serve. I believe that you are all uniquely talented in your profession because you impact people's ability to see clearly, and that can be understated and taken for granted. As a son of a community physician who used to come home with fruitcakes or a block of government cheese because he never chose to reject a patient because of their inability to pay, I consider myself a passionate advocate for access to health care. That is why when Dr. Augsburger and Dr. Vince Brandes approached me about my carrying a bill to make sure that an optometrist would have the right to prescribe ocular pharmaceutical agents that can be taken orally, I jumped at the opportunity. I knew doing so would help remove an obstacle for many people seeking to access affordable vision care. Ironically, in the same General Assembly, I carried a bill on behalf of podiatry, allowing podiatrists to administer anesthesia. So let that be evidence that I care about access to health care from head to toe. Some of you may leave school knowing that you are now equipped with a tool to provide for yourselves, but don't lose sight that you are also leaving with a tool that will allow you to provide for critically needed vision care. I have no empirical evidence, but I would guess the need for vision care is vast. Most people either don't realize they need it, or they don't know how to get it. In my household, notwithstanding my status as the son of a physician, it was not until I was introduced to the Illinois College of Optometry and the Illinois Eye Institute that I realized that I was not adequately attending to my 9-year-old daughter, who is an extremely bright child, whose reading scores were lagging behind her very high math scores. After a visit to the Illinois Institute, we learned her reading difficulties were related to her need for corrective vision. She just reminded my wife just a couple of weeks ago, "Mommy, we need to go get my glasses." Well, if my wife and I, two professionals, were negligent in getting eye care for our daughter, think of the scores of others who are not doing what they need to for themselves or their loved ones regarding eye vision care. After my personal visit and tour of the Illinois Eye Institute, I learned of the important role the Institute was playing by giving examination to otherwise disadvantaged patients, because the eye examinations would often reveal other physical ailments that were going undiagnosed and untreated. Graduates, you are agents charged with the opportunity and responsibility to do the outreach to alert this otherwise uninformed, apathetic, or negligent public that is in need of your service. Because like my daughter, there are hundreds of thousands of little girls and boys out there who are underachieving because of lack of access to adequate vision care. And that's a shame. Every child deserves the opportunity to see as clear as possible. Moreover, I believe that the disadvantaged population whose eye exams reveal other ailments deserve to be alerted to the fact that they are sick. So you must make an effort to do something for that population. I'm not inviting you to go broke. I'm not going to preach to you about national health care. It's not my place. I already told you that I'm not Barack Obama. And I have not read the 100 pages of the new law. So I'm staying away from that hot button debate. We have enough political challenges of our own in the state of Illinois. I do take it upon myself to preach my belief, passed on to me by my father, that health care is not meant to be a privilege, but a human right. That does not mean I'm a socialist, or that I want you to practice in exchange for fruitcakes or lots of government cheese. I do want you to pay those student loans and those mortgages. But I also want you to pay that service rent for that time you're blessed on this earth. And in addition to my dad being an old-fashioned house call community physician who believed in access to health care on the south side of Chicago, he happened to be from the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, Haiti. For years, he served on the board of an organization called International Child Care, which for over 40 years has provided access to pediatric health care for the children of Haiti through Grace Children's Hospital and its various clinics. I was appointed to the legislature on the year anniversary to the date of my dad's death. So I knew I was being sent a message to carry out his legacy of providing access to health care for the less fortunate. However, I am not a healthcare professional, but I am a board member of International Child Care. We are blessed to have a, relatively speaking, state-of-the-art eye clinic that survived the recent earthquake in Haiti, while the main hospital building was severely damaged. I give you all a standing invitation to visit the eye clinic in Haiti in order to help you pay that rent. Today is a great day for you, and I congratulate you because you deservedly are being rewarded for your hard work. The diploma you will receive today is merely a symbol of your achievement, but when you leave here today, you are a doctor who has a unique opportunity to serve. I am confident you will do so. Whether you take me up on my standing invitation to Grace Children's Hospital's eye clinic or find some other way to serve your respective communities in a way similar to what you have witnessed at the Illinois College of Optometry and the Illinois Eye Institute, don't miss your opportunity. Don't miss your opportunity. I'm going to leave you with the words of Janetta B. Cole, a champion of higher education. She once said, "The ultimate expression of generosity is not in giving of what you have, but in giving of who you are." Thank you, graduates, and congratulations.
Good morning. It's a very happy day, and congratulations to all the graduates. I'm sure as you're celebrating with your family and friends, it'll be a wonderful time. I want you to also just remember the part that the faculty have played in your presence here today. They've had a very large role. It's now my great pleasure to congratulate Ms. Ashley Scher on the achievement of class valedictorian and ask her to come forward. Class, will you please rise and raise your right hands, remove your caps, and repeat after me. Before God and this assembly, I solemnly pledge that I will faithfully and conscientiously administer the art and science of optometry.
I will faithfully and conscientiously administer the art and science of optometry.
I will keep inviolate all confidences entrusted to me as a practitioner.
I will keep inviolate all confidences entrusted to me as a practitioner.
And conduct all doctor-patient relationships in an ethical and professional manner.
And conduct all doctor-patient relationships in an ethical and professional manner.
I will place the treatment of all who need visual care above financial considerations.
I will place the treatment of all who need visual care above financial considerations.
I will uphold and promote the ideals of the optometric profession.
I will uphold and promote the ideals of the optometric profession.
I will do all in my power to improve my knowledge of optometry.
I will do all in my power to improve my knowledge of optometry.
And increase the extent of my contribution to the health and welfare of society.
And increase the extent of my contribution to the health and welfare of society.
I will render, to the best of my ability, complete optometric service.
I will render to the best of my ability complete optometric service.
I will do my utmost to serve my country and community faithfully as an optometrist and as a citizen.
I will do my utmost to serve my country and my community faithfully as an optometrist and as a citizen.
I will strive by action and deed to honor the title bestowed upon me this day.
I will strive by action and deed to honor the title bestowed upon me this day.
With firm resolution of purpose and high resolve,
With firm resolution of purpose and high resolve,
I proudly dedicate my work to the betterment of human vision and my life to the service of humanity.
I proudly dedicate my work to the betterment of human vision and my life to the service of humanity.
And may God watch over me and keep me steadfast
And may God watch over me and keep me steadfast
in the due performance of this my solemn oath and obligation.
in the due performance of this my solemn oath and obligation.
Please be seated. Congratulations.
Good morning, I'm Mark Cullen. This is truly a great day for the ICO class of 2010 and their family members and friends, and also for the Illinois College of Optometry. To the family members and friends gathered here to witness the hooding of these fine young doctors, I'd like to offer you a very special welcome. By your very presence here today, clearly you've played a meaningful and significant role in the success of these young doctors, and I'm sure that you're all rightfully proud. Your support has meant a lot, and for this, we thank you. Perhaps it would be appropriate right now for the members of the class of 2010 to collectively stand and turn around and express your appreciation to your families and friends by offering them a round of applause for all of their love and support. Class. Are a pretty outstanding group. Let me share some data with you on the class of 2010. There are 148 members in this class. It's noteworthy that 936 applicants competed to occupy each one of these coveted seats here today. And the class should never forget the wonderful privilege that you earned to be here. The class is 64% female. They hail from 26 states in the United States, 5 Canadian provinces. Over 25% of the members of this class are graduating with high honors. And we're aware that 21% of the class will be going on for further study as they enter postdoctoral residency education programs. On Wednesday at the college, we recognized many leaders and high achievers in the class of 2010 by distributing approximately $200,000 in scholarships and awards, and the award recipients' names and their awards are recognized in the printed program. As the members of the class of 2010 have learned, the road to becoming a doctor is certainly not an easy one. Then again, nothing worthwhile ever is. You're each to be congratulated for your tremendous accomplishment, and I welcome you into our wonderful profession. On behalf of everyone at the college, we wish you well and for much success in all that you do. And now I'd like to ask President Augsburger and Dean Daum to join me on the stage. And with the first 2 rows of candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry, please stand and approach the stage. Graduating summa cum laude, Kristen Lee Bertelson. Frederick Collison. Philip Nathaniel Fitch. Ashley M. Shore. Sandra K. Seagraves. Catherine Stoller. Susan Ann Graduating magna cum laude, Ronald Curtis Blow. Ruby Dallin. Jennifer Melanie Durst. Ann Moon Ing. Karen Melissa Hodgins. Cassandra H. Coral. Lucia Elizabeth Millett. Komal Manilal Patel. Michael Douglas Rickles. Joanna Eva Slusky, and she will be hooded by her husband, Dr. Michael Slusky, ICO class of 1996. Jingyi Tan. Graduating cum laude. Tiffany M. Angieski. Magdalena L. Bach. Jill M. Bakota. Christopher Jean Gordon. Joni R. Brewer. Chi Young Her. Jaylin Kai Johnson. Courtney Angela Ness. Christine J. Lee. Christine Martinson. Kelly Oliver. Kaiser Hungju Shen. Marina Shepelando. Matthew J. Tradowski. Fariha Ahmed. David Paul Antonis. Kelly Ong, and she'll be hooded by her sister, Dr. Michelle Ong, ICO class of 2002. Christopher James Akuris. Marta Akuris. D. Barnes. Joseph William Madden. Ian Derek Roman. Kimberly Marie Betton. Nicholas C. Bowen. Kristen Marie Brown. Kyle David Burgers. Mark William Burger. Jennifer Marie Burger. Desiree Carrillo. Vic Chan. Amy C. Chang. Jeffrey Carmen Chang. Sopani C. Shin. Arkaru Chino Sorpatana. Diana Colon. Andrew Robert Holman. Jessica Ann Conley. Karina Conley. Gina Colleen Copeland. Benjamin Drew Crawford. Rumi Dhaliwal. Mark Songfall Duangchik. Laura Elizabeth Gagelbach. Lena Go. Efren Alejandro Gomez. Daman Tour Gupta, and she will be hooded by her sister, Dr. Salja Tour Manada, ICO class of 2004. Stephen Gutierrez. Jeffrey L. Harris. Kevin McQuitty Harris. Ryan J. Hetty. Timothy L. Shanghai Wong Hong Tran. Eileen Sungjin Hum. Uzma Fatima Hussein. Mai Dam Wen. Amin Jalal. Max E. Jepson. Jamie Nicole Johnson. Ajay Kadiyar. Amanda Marie Keller. Olfat Sanam Khan. Melanie Joanne Kleiser. Amy Elaine Krusik. Michael Vincent Landy. Matthew Stephen Langford. Karen Marie LeBlanc. Michael Sim-Ming Lee. Jennifer Michelle Lynn. Amanda B. McGuire. Sharon Shana Markowitz. Lindsay May, and she will be hooded by her grandfather, Dr. Chester Silko, class of 48, and her aunt, Dr. Linda Johnston, class of 83. Michelle McLaughlin. Pranali Maida. Marianne J. Mullinex. Sun Trang Nguyen. John Patrick O'Brien. Shirley R. Ogle. Candace Naomi Namba Oto. Adam Joseph Odaviano. Joanne Patchba Luti. Do Jun Pak. Sunny M. Parikh. Darshna Dilip Patel. Petal Patel. Rocio Pinion. Craig Alexander Pugh. Mylin H. Pham. Shu Sheng Feng. Diana Nahid Ranjbar. Carmen Lane Rexington. Catherine M. Reyes. Rachel K. Romanesco. Nicholas J. Rutkowski. Chad A. Sherman. Lindsay Elizabeth Seaton. Pooja R. Shah. Lindsay Ann Six. James R. Sloan. Corey A. Springstrom. Seth Stanton. Bridget Steer Bowman. Shane Charles Stewart. Olga Tabakman. Anna Leah Tanky. Emily Michelle Thompson. Angela Toe. Ann E. Todd. Catherine N. Tran. Mylon Din Tran. Kevin True. Nisha Virtue. Mark William Wellens. Michelle Wong. Alma David Yamamoto. Michael Stephen Yu. Tiffany Kays Zare. And I'd like to ask the audience to please hold your applause until Dr. Augsburger has conferred the degree.
Will the candidates please stand? President Augsburger, upon recommendation of the faculty, the candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry have pursued their prescribed studies diligently, have passed all required examinations, and have demonstrated commendable proficiency in the art and science of optometry. I therefore recommend that the degree Doctor of Optometry be conferred upon them at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Illinois College of Optometry, and by the state of Illinois, I hereby confer on those so named the degree Doctor of Optometry with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, doctors.
Greetings, graduates. On behalf of the Illinois College of Optometry Alumni Council and the 8,000-member Alumni Association, I would like to congratulate you on your great achievement. As new doctors of optometry, having graduated from ICO, you immediately become a member of the Alumni Association. Welcome to the Alumni Association. ICO has provided you with the best optometric education in the nation. You now have the knowledge and credentials to become very successful. I hope that you will often reflect upon your wonderful experience at ICO. May the voices of the teaching faculty and images of the buildings and people remain part of you. Your education does not stop here, though. It is a lifelong endeavor. Be proud of your accomplishments and remain involved in your chosen profession and supportive of your alma mater. You are the future. You will determine the direction the profession will take. Remember, your foundation, ICO, and the Alumni Association are here to assist you in achieving your goals. Again, congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your participation in this commencement. We'd also like to thank our speaker, Senator Kwame Raoul, as well as the many individuals who work diligently each year to put this program together and make it such a wonderful event for all of us. Following the ceremony, everyone is invited to a reception at the IDET Noyes Hall right across the street. Graduates, our hard work with you is complete. Before you awaits the beginning of your professional career, undoubtedly more challenges, but you're ready. We're proud to call you colleagues. Now I'm pleased to introduce the graduate and faculty chorus to lead us in the alma mater. Please stand and remain standing for the benediction.
Let our voices loudly ringing echo far and near. Songs of praise thy children singing to thy memory dear. Alma mater, tender, fair, and true. Gratefully, with love unfailing, all our vows renew. Years may dim our recollection, time its change may bring. Still thy name in fond affection, ICO we sing. Alma mater, tender, fair, and true. Gratefully, with love unfailing, all our vows renew.
Please stand for the benediction. May the most holy God grant us a thirst for knowledge, wisdom in our decisions, strength for the challenging times, and a commitment to seek truth. May we be grateful for the knowledge we have gained and the privilege of using it to serve others. May we see the world through the eyes of God's compassion, hear the cries of those who suffer, and reach out with healing and hope. May God hold us in the palm of his hand and give us peace today and always. Amen. The audience may be seated for the recessional while the new doctors remain standing.
Is that you on your phone?